Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am back. I feel exhausted right now, and I know I'm not supposed to feel that way because I always promote self-care, but I've been doing so much in the last couple of weeks, and it's actually my summer break. Hasn't felt like much of a break, but we're gonna change that. A good friend told me months ago to start saying no to things, and I'm doing that in stride. So today I have an interview. I have to write my paper for class. Um, I have to run a couple of errands, and I'm going to take you along with me. So you can watch me get my day started. Let's go.
If there's one thing I know for sure, it's that I know nothing.
So right now I am just writing down the things that I need to get done. Like I said, I haven't really been focused, and so I'm trying to get back to being disciplined. And so I'm going to start with writing down all the things that I need to get done in during this month, my goals, and like thinking of some systems throughout the day to get me to that place. What do I need to do? What deadlines do I need to create? So let's go.
If there's one thing I know for sure, it's that I know nothing.
My mornings are so important to me. Like I feel like the way I start my morning is the way I end my day, and so I make sure to like at least pray. I don't write in my prayer journal every day like I used to, but I used to, I would say, but in the last couple of weeks I wasn't. But at the end of the school year, I was writing down my big three of the things that I needed to get done. So I'm going to get back into that today. I have to write my paper. So after I'm done with all of that, I'm going to use this program that I purchased a few months ago to write down my plan so that every time I check in each week, I'm making sure that my daily tasks, that my big three are aligning with where I'm trying to get. So yeah, I've kind of been rethinking the things that I want for myself for my life. So that's why I'm not doing it in this moment because I'm still pondering on it. I feel like maybe I won't do it today. I still feel like I need to think about it. I need to meditate on it and see what direction I need to go in. I usually go for a walk or ride my bike, but because I'm running late and my interview is in about an hour, it's a virtual interview, but I still want to get ready. So I'm going to shower real quick and no, you're not coming with me, but I'm going to shower real quick and start going over my notes, the questions that I have to ask because, yeah, hopefully sooner than later, I will be in another building. This is my interview outfit. Don't judge me. And I'm actually going to have my meeting in this little corner here. So for those of you who have been watching my channel for the last year or so, I had red walls, and one winter season I decided to get up and paint my dining room wall emerald green. And so when I would sit in a certain area in my living room, I didn't like how the red in the living room was hitting this. It like looked too Christmassy, it looked too tacky. So I got rid of the red wall. Since it was there longer, I got rid of it. I painted the wall white. So yeah, so this is the next color. I like hanging out over here because I'm way too distracted in the living room. I'm now binge watching TV, yeah. And it's become a distraction. So I made this little nook in the dining room area for me to get my work done. So I'll sit here. Right now, it's 30 minutes before my interview, so I'm gonna work on my paper that is due tomorrow. I don't know what possessed me to go back to school, but we're here now, we're in it. Guess what? I just wanted to share that although I'm about to take this interview in literally 4 minutes, I just got accepted to the school that I've been like obsessing over. So I'm so happy. I'm still gonna do this interview. I'm not gonna cancel. Um, but God is good. Like you don't understand. God is so good. We're gonna have to cheers to this later. I don't even drink, but we're gonna find a way to celebrate this. Whew. Okay. So it's interesting because I almost took a position because I didn't hear back from the school. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to trust God, even if it means returning to my old place of employment. I'm going to chill. I'm going to be patient because I just don't want to go into a situation because I'm running away from something else. No, like I want to be in a place where my needs are met, where I'm adding value to the community. So, yeah, and this school, oh my gosh, like it is amazing, 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 amazing. Let me sign. I actually came on my email to look for the link to sign on to this Zoom. So let me do that now. I don't like to be late. I hate writing goodbye letters and emails and stuff. I hate that. I hate saying goodbyes. I hate goodbyes. Like, I don't know why, but I do. So I'm not looking forward to writing that. Let me put my camera on. Writing that email, I'm not looking forward to telling my students that I won't be returning. Oh my gosh, it's starting to like, I'm starting to realize what this means. And oh, I'm having a moment. But I'm about to get it together because I'm about to jump on this call. get it. So that interview went really well. And another school that I declined the offer is now like trying to like persuade me. This is like overwhelming in a good way. It's a good way to know that, you know, people see my value um, in what I do, my education. So I just got off that interview. Now I'm going to write my acceptance to the offer letter. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like send an email to my school first to let them know I'm accepting an offer. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. So after I've done all that stuff, I responded to the offer letter for the school that I wanted. And now I need to make breakfast because in a few minutes I have my therapy session and I haven't eaten yet. So I'm just gonna make some quick oats. What do you put in your oatmeal? I am going to put some apples, craisins, and blueberries. I want some blueberries. And what is in here? So, TMI, but I'm gonna share. At the beginning of the summer when it was really hot, my refrigerator was giving out. It went out twice. And so because of that, excuse my nose ring. Because of that, I have been doing grocery shopping day by day because I do not want to allow the food in my refrigerator to spoil ever again. I was really upset at that. Especially because one of the days, like, I had just gone shopping the day before. So, right now, I am going to boil 8 more minutes. I'm going to use my bag of oatmeal. And y'all just gonna stay right here with me. I feel like you're gonna fall, but whatever, I'm hungry, guys. I've been intermittent fasting a couple of days a week, and it has changed my life. I do have more energy. I feel better. But, you know, in the summertime for me is when I like to go out and eat. And I cook less at home. I did cook dinner yesterday, the day before, and the day before that, but still, you know what I mean. So I usually use just 2 packets. And I'm boiling this water real quick. I'm gonna cut my fruit up and these blueberries real quick. I got these cute little plates that when I cook, I feel like I'm in a cooking show. And I put my spices in there. And I measure them out before I cook. Yeah, it's really cute. I'm gonna put my blueberries in there. Add some baking soda. In there. I can wash it. Oh. Let it clean. Let it clean. Let it clean. That's just gonna wait there until get that water boiled. Do I want to put butter? So I try not to eat butter every day. So I'm not gonna use butter today, but I'm gonna use the craisins, apples. I want some apples. Yeah, I want some apples. I'm gonna cut this apple up. Sorry, me. Listen, I'm not used to like doing things with one hand, okay? Right now. So I'm gonna cut up this last piece of apple that I have. So this new thing, ooh, oh yeah, see outside? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've gotten into a better habit of putting things away after I use them. This morning I did dishes, but I've also gotten into a good habit of making sure that I wash the dishes before I go to bed. But yesterday I didn't come in till late. I literally was out the whole entire day. I came home, ate real quick, and then went right back out. So I've gotten good at like putting things back where they belong and just cleaning while I go. And stop being lazy, because sometimes I feel like I'll get to it. I'm not that person anymore. I do it when it needs to be done, which I'm very proud of. Okay. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to rinse out these blueberries. Ooh, this is a lot. I'm gonna eat some. I didn't even add honey yet, and it tastes like it has honey on it. Yeah, a little bit of craisins because there's already so much happening in here that I don't need a lot. But I'm not gonna add honey today because there's so much. So I make my own almond milk. If you haven't already, my post where I actually show you how I made it. I actually add hot water to the milk and also some vanilla essence, and I mix it in because I don't want the milk necessarily to be cold, and this is cold almond milk from the fridge. So I mixy. Add some vanilla essence and stir it some more. I'm a person that likes to add the wet ingredients. So we're just gonna pour that right in there. Not too much, not too much. And let it sit, because you know I gotta expand and stuff. I don't really like watered down oats, but this might be watered down oats. My bad. I think we're ready to eat. So this is after it's sat in there and soaked up all the liquids. It's still a little bit liquidy, but oh well. This is good enough for me. I just realized I have 30 minutes to my therapy session, so I have time to talk. But once I'm finished this meal, I'm actually gonna go work on my essay because I need to get out of here. So, the reason why I'm back online is because I've been dodging y'all. I'm not a person that likes to talk to the camera, if that makes sense. I don't like to be in front of the camera. I like to be behind the camera. The last couple of months, I've been super busy with like so much. I was injured. I got injured. I was serving on different teams and things like that. But ultimately, I wasn't actually pouring into my business. And so now I really need to be focused on doing that. So I'm in the season of saying no to the things that don't align to where I'm headed or what I'm trying to do. Still volunteering here and there, but the amount of time that I was dedicating to other things, I'm going to scale back a bit on it. And there's some new things that I want to implement in my life now that I think are very important spiritually. I don't want to share it just yet, but I will eventually. But I definitely was giving a lot of time, and it helped me grow in many ways. But right now, there are things that I need to get done for myself. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. This is good. For those of you who don't know, I'm a full-time teacher by trade. I've been teaching for 12 years now, officially, but more than that, like subbing and things like that. But even though I have to share with my principal that I'm transferring schools, I am more nervous about sharing it with my students, oddly. And some particular students come to mind. I would say like this year was a really tough year And I don't know about you, but for me, I have like different tools that I have. I call my self-care toolbox. I have that really got me through the tough moments of uncertainty, the stress, the surprises. It was a rough year, but I think sometimes with me, I'm so comfortable in situations, but then like in my future, there's things that I want for myself, but I'm not getting it because I'm like focused on the now. And so right now, I'm trying to find the balance between like moving towards those things, staying in line with where I'm going, and not being distracted. So like really eliminating the noise that prevents me from like getting to the next step, because I really, when I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable. I'm a person like I love stability. I love, those things. But if I stay in those spaces, then where am I going to be? I'm going to look back and be like, oh, why didn't I, or I should have. So I feel like God has a way of like, oh, this is what you said you wanted, and really revealing to me the things that I need to do. And I recall the Spirit telling me like last December that I needed to go, and it was at a time where I'm like, what? Like everything's great. Like I'm not leaving this place. And then spring semester came, and things were just changing rapidly and oddly. But at the same time, I think what comforted me too is like, you're not supposed to be here kind of thing. So then, yeah, it was taking a little bit of time to accept that. Like when God speaks, you gotta listen and be obedient. And it ended up how it was supposed to end up. So I went to this interview. I went to a few interviews this summer and at the end of the school year, but this one particular school like just took me aback, like really did. And I think every school that I interviewed for after that, it was just like, no, I want this, you know what I mean? So I kept trying to push myself to like go with an open mind, and pray about it. And I got the offer today, and I'm excited. It's bittersweet. I spent 4 years at my old school. Yeah, 4 years there. So, and it was through the pandemic, so there's a lot of memories that come out of that experience. I went through a lot of personal growth in the last 4 years, and now I guess it's time for the next step, the next season. And I feel like the school that I'm transferring to will help me to grow more professionally and is more aligned to like the values that I have, the things that I think are important, and really want change. So now I'm really having to put the systems in place, because I do have my business, which I sell candles and I'm coaching, and making sure that I don't not give to something, if that makes sense. So I'm glad this is happening today, because now it gives me the opportunity to put like things in place that help me to be organized for the beginning of the school year. So especially the first 6 weeks of school, and I'll probably take you with me. It's really important. Actually, let me show you the book. I have a whole library here of books. So the first days of school talks about like the importance of setting routines, and building the classroom environment. And so like the first 6 weeks is like no going out. I mean, I went to a wedding last year, but I have been in that school long enough. But this is a new school, and so like establishing routines and culture, and is really, really important. So I'm not going to be going out the first 6 weeks. It needs to build relationships with my students and things like that. So I'm really excited, nervous about writing this letter. I'm really nervous. I don't know why. This last month of July, it was just a month of like cleaning my space, and like my injury that I endured like took me out of my regular routine of cleaning and things like that. Like I would straighten up, but like a deep clean was nearly impossible for me to do. It was impossible for me to do without feeling pain. Pain would last like 2 days after I did something, so I scaled back on that. At one point I couldn't even do my own hair, like I was in so much pain. But now that I've like gotten to where I'm icing, I'm still doing physical therapy, so I'm getting stronger. I'm able to like clean my house, and when I say I went in, like oh my gosh, I went in. I'm so proud of myself. But it took a couple of weeks. I went through closets. I got rid of so many things. Like, it feels so good to be in a space that is clean. Like, I always like advocate for having clean spaces, especially when you're stressed out, because it just makes your mood a whole lot better. And it makes your candle smell better too. One of the other resources I have in my toolkit is my therapist. I see her several times a month, and I've been seeing the same one since 2020 or 2021. It might be 2021. 2021. That's a long time. Yeah, she was with me last year when I got injured. So it's been 2 years in July. 2 years. Gotta tell her that we gotta celebrate. But yeah, it's been. This is the longest I've had the same therapist. I feel like there was one that I thought was great, but she, during a pandemic, like graduated me. So this one, she's like understands me spiritually. She respects. She doesn't judge. Yeah, and we're really working on my goals. Like, she's not dictating to me like what I need to focus on. Like, she's letting me take the reins. Alright, so I'm going to wash this dish and sit on my laptop and work on this essay until she comes online. I'm excited to speak to my therapist because there's a lot of things that were happening in the school year where I'm not going to go into detail, because honestly, like, I've forgiven and I put things behind me, but there were some things happening. So writing this letter, that's why it's even more challenging. It's just like finding the appropriate words to share and say thank you for, working at this particular location for the last 4 years. I don't know what my computer's doing, but HP services and repair parts may no longer be available for your products as of 7/1/2023. So y'all want me to upgrade? And now y'all telling me after the fact. Y'all bugging. I love my computer. This is my laptop. This is actually the second time I've purchased this laptop. I made the mistake of not turning my laptop off the first time, and it burned out. That's what happened. So I've been more conscious of doing it. Turning it off when I'm done instead of just leaving it on. Don't judge me. I feel your eyes are judging me. Start drafting this email about what I'm gonna say to my wonderful staff. This is easier than I thought it would be. Oh, I don't know where that's coming from, but there's something there. I mean, like, you don't understand, I'm human, so there's things that I do not like. And I know that, I'm supposed to be better at forgiving and like letting go of things, but some things they will be there. And so sometimes they come up again, and you have to be mindful of those things that come up and make sure that you're ready to address it. That's one thing. Like with healing, it's a process, it's a journey, definitely a journey. And I'm just grateful. Like, I'm so grateful for like where I'm at right now, and I'm grateful for all the things to come. All right, so I'm gonna be quiet because I need to write this next paragraph. Okay, shh. Don't distract me.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm feeling amazing. I was waiting for you to get on here so I could share some good. So I haven't been a page and a half. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when I'm writing, sometimes I need a break. I need to walk away and come back. It's the most things actually that I'm working on. Sometimes I just need like to. So I'm gonna go to return some stuff at the mall, and you're gonna come with me.